right? Never let the machines win. Okay, so it's printing, sort of. A couple interesting things. One is that the calibration will fail. You can't just calibrate Z, you must calibrate X, Y, and Z before you start using the machine. It searches for those pads. So if you don't do that, whatever the settings are that are in the firmware don't know where those pads are. They used to. When on the first one, it used to know where those pads were, but no, on the new one, it doesn't know where those pads are. So the firmware update went great. Fairly smooth on the upgrade. My filament sensor is bupkis, so I can't get it. It won't detect filament. And so I'm going to have to send away for replacement on that one. But it is printing. Fans all work. Z level, Z height works. Full range of motion. I did have to glue a little bit of zip tie to that pump stop there for whatever reason. Either this switch, I pushed it out as far as I could and put it in place, but for whatever reason, the cables, zip ties, or whatever hit on the frame right in here as it comes over, and it's really, really close to touching, but doesn't quite get there. And I had that on my old extruder too. I'll show you here. So on the old extruder that we took off, oh, it's not on that part. Here's the other part. Oh, it's on this part. So on the old extruder mount that we took off, I had to glue a little piece of plastic on that one to get it to trigger that sensor. So maybe that in-stop switch is the bump. The little switch part of it is a little short. I don't know. It's always been short. I didn't get a new one with the upgrade, so we'll do what we got to do. At least I can file it off if I ever do replace the switch. But it works. I verified that I do have the full 250 width on it. I haven't verified the height. But so nice to have the removable print bed. I haven't even cleaned it. This is first print, guys. That was adjusting the Z height while it was laying down the skirt. Got it pretty close. Purged the PETG out of the nozzle. So when this print's done, I think I will go find the STLs for the covers for the heat bed, and we'll get those printed out and put in place, and at least it'll print. I'm not down a printer, and we'll see how long it takes to get a new filament sensor. I've switched, checked the wiring. I pulled the connector off, made sure I was on the right pins, checked continuity on the cable. So unless somehow I blew out the pins on the board, that filament sensor up there is about the only thing that I can think of that's bad. And I don't have a way to test that. I know it's in voltage. So anyway, so I guess successful upgrade. I don't know that it sounds too much quieter. It might be a little less rattly. The Y-axis when it moves is still pretty noisy. There's the print. And so what that is, yeah, that didn't stick down very good at all on the skirt. Z wasn't set. So that hasn't even cooled yet. But these are my pieces for my N-scale switch machines. 3D printed switch machines for ground throws for model trains. So let's see. The little arm. Yep, it needs a little reaming. It usually does. Not much. So let's see if the arm goes on this peg. Should. Nope. Not quite. There's that. So that's the throw rod, the actuator. This guy is the spring. Let's see if I can get that on there. Probably needs a little more opening up on those holes. Yeah, I was eating Bing cherries. Somehow my fingers are all purple. Let's see. I see. The tops of the posts are a little bit bulged out because of cooling, but not bad. But just a little bit of cleanup. Works better if you print like 8 of these at a time. The little posts don't, they have some time to set up and cool in between. And they don't quite get so fat. Okay. Oh man, come on. Not quite. We'll ream it a little bit more. It will fit. I know it will. I put a couple dozen of these things together. Hmm. Well, let's give that another whirl. Now, you guys can comment down below, but I'm thinking I'm going to throw some glue stick on this bed, throw some PETG, and make the Mark II 2.5, whatever, print its own parts. I don't want them printed on the Cetus or on the Mark III. I want it to print its own upgrade parts. In the spirit of rep. All right, are you going to go on there this time? Come on. You can do it. Yeah. Okay. So you put that down and get this over that side. Come on, get in there. All right. So now you got the little spring, and you got a nice detent spring action. Let's see that. May have to, yeah, there's some bumps on the top I'm going to have to sand. And then this is just a little cover. Goes on there, super glue that down so that it can't come off. And then you drill a small hole. There's a relief underneath the arm. And then that little brass wire goes in there to run out to your switch machine to throw the points. So, it's cool. Yay. All right, so let me go find some STLs and I'm going to print some bed parts and then she'll be done. And you don't quite have to take the entire extruder apart to fit the filament sensor. You got to pull the 2 bolts here, undo the spring screws that hold the little extruder gear door shut, pull the pivot pin, and then you can undo the screw and that holds the filament sensor in, and then you can pull that out and replace that. So it doesn't have to get completely torn down. Let's say settings, temperature, nozzle. So should I make the bed parts orange, or should I make them black? Don't know. I have a whole roll of orange that I didn't use. That came with the 2S upgrade. So they give you a little 500 gram or so, 200 gram, whatever roll. So I got more of this. So other than the filament sensor not working, the Pinda works. The heated bed is awesome. The removable plate is awesome. It's a little bit different than the one on my MK3. Instead of just having 2 little notches, it's got a whole big notch cut out here to rest on those little screws at the back, which that's okay. Ooh, and those are strong. 201, that's good enough for unload. There we go. All right. So, just thought you guys would like to see that I did get it put together. It is working. I have another printer, or the printer's back online. So, we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.